Happy Sunday and welcome back once again to Danny's Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are not going to believe this. Few weeks ago, during the Ebola protests in the Republic of Kenya, I asked you people this simple question: that what do you think that the government of President William Ruto can reject from these white people from the United States of America? If William Ruto himself can allow affected people with Ebola disease to be deported here in Kenya from the United States of America because of money, that was a red alert that there is nothing that Ruto can reject from the United States of America so long as there is money. Ruto can even sell this country of Kenya akipewa pesa mzuri. Because if you can allow a dangerous disease into your own country, then what can you reject? And you know very well that this disease is too dangerous. As we speak right now, military people from the US are now operating in Laikipia. Why? What is Ruto trying to show the military people in Kenya? Whereby, as we speak right now, activists are now demanding to know the reason why President William Ruto have allowed those UK military officers to operate here in Kenya. Why?
We reject that imperialist logic that you spread the risks in third world countries while the privileges are being consolidated, particularly when Vance and Trump says that no Ebola patients will enter into the territory of United States. But on the other side, they are paying President William Samoei Ruto to establish a risk center that probably will endanger more Kenyan citizens because Kenyan's healthcare is already unprepared to handle any crisis whatsoever. The second is the logic of parliament. Remember, for this facility to be here, Batuk, this British training unit, first of all, we have to understand it from its historical base. Batuk was never meant to train British to fight other wars. It was established after the flag independence in 1963 for a fact to deal with the remnants of Mau Mau that had remained in the forest, to make sure that the then Jomo Kenyatta regime could not be overthrown. This was its logic. Secondly, it is here to protect British interests. And in Laikipia County, and particularly in this region, you realize that there are so many conservancies, mainly stealing minerals, and not in the sense of protecting any, livelihood in Kenya. So the Batuk, as we head off, there is nothing we can expect in Parliament. Remember last time, even though they raised issues about termination of this British training, unit here, they later on were handled by the lobby groups, and Parliament unanimously agreed to continue with this training unit. And 2 months ago, we already also have another military occupation agreement that has been signed between President Macron and Ruto. This was also presented in Parliament. And Kenya is preparing again to have a French military base here. We also have 2 United States military bases. The entire Mother Islands, the archipelago in Lamu, was handed over to United States military base. And remember, we also have the Garissa garrison. All these are properties of the Kenyan people that has been handed over to foreign governments. We are holding the clearest view that you cannot have the lethal power stationed in your country, not in your interest, but in the interest of the enemy. The British soldiers, the United States soldiers, do not need to bring boots of the ground to overthrow our government. They can overthrow it tomorrow when they want, because they have the unmanned drones, they have high capability in terms of military hardware, and they only need this to make sure that Ruto is a good puppet. That if you dare oppose United States or French, then you can be overthrown on your land. So even Ruto himself is not safe. He must remain a prisoner of foreign interest for as long as our sovereignty is compromised. So from our correct perspective as the Communist Party is that we are campaigning to remove all military bases, all foreign military bases, without negotiations in our country. And we say to the Laikipia people, particularly the Nanyuki people, you have our full support, and nothing will be won without a struggle. Tutapambana tu, hamtapata anything bila mapambano. Maisha ni kupambana. Hata wale wakoloni wa British walitolewa na silaha kali ya Dedan Kimathi. Hawakutolewa ati walienda kwa diplomacy kuongea. Wale pia wauaji wa watu, hawabakaji hawa wametoka inchi ya ng'ambo. Mambo ni kupambana nao kwa kila namna tunaweza. So kwa wale watu wametutembelea hapa, tunasema ya kwamba mapambano iendelee dhidi ya all foreign military bases without compromise. This is my my submission on behalf of my party. Thank you very much.
Wale majambazi wa koloni, wale wauaji wa watu, wale wezi wa shamba wako hapa na nyuki. Ndio tuko nao hapa. Hakuna njia nyingine ya kusema. Kama wale wakora waliiba mali ya nchi, wakachukua shamba, alafu tukaenda pale London kutafuta justice. Wale wa Mau, ilichukua muda gani? Ilikuwa muda nyingi sana, almost 60 years after the land theft and the murder of the native people in Kenya, ndio justice ikapatikana kidogo tu. Ndio sasa wakaenda kuongea mambo ya pesa, kulipa wale ma British waliua watu wengi sana wakitafuta nini hapa Kenya. Hawakuwa wamekuja kutafuta njia ya kusaidia wa Kenya. Wao walikuja kuua watu na kuiba shamba na uporaji wa mali ya rasilimali hapa Kenya. Hapa wao wanasema ni Batuk, ni British Training Institute. Wana train wapi? Hapa, si ndio? Lakini hii training ni kusaidia watu wananyuki. Hii training ni bandia tu. Hakuna training inafanyika hapa. Hii ni uwizi wa mali ya rasilimali ya watu ndio inaibwa hapa. Hakuna training hapa inafanyika. Hii mambo yote ya conservancy. The white British colonizer is not your friend. He's an enemy. Hata Mau ilitufundisha na wao kupiga na bunduki tu. There is no sovereignty when we have occupiers. Hii ratiba ya kuleta Batuk kila wakati inaenda parliament. Every year. Wale tuliwachagua pale wanaenda Nairobi kutuwakilisha, kama kuhakikisha kwamba sheria ya nchi, si tu sheria, lakini ile article 1 hii inasema sovereignty lies in the hands of the Kenyan people. Wanakaa pale kwa parliament. Ingawa 2 years ago karibu tumalize kazi, lakini ikawa tu kumaliza kazi mzuri, tukafanya halfway. Lakini ile parliament yote ni ya majambazi. Ukweli sema. Kama Batuk wanaenda pale, last year walienda kurenew ratiba ya kukaa hapa na nyuki. Hii si mambo ya county tu, ni mambo ya the nation. Wale tumewachagua kwenda kutengeneza sheria, wanapitisha ya kwamba serikali ya Ulaya ya British wakuwe hapa kuendelea na mambo yao hapa na nyuki. Lazima tuseme ya kwamba the greatest threat to our sovereignty is the illegal occupation of Kenya by foreign military bases. Ilianza hapa na British. The first illegal settlement. What was the purpose for this Batuk? This was to prevent the agents of British imperialism from being overthrown. Tukitangaza vita na Ruto, nani atamsaidia? Na Ruto akikaa pale anasaidia nani? Asaidii wengi wa Kenya. Anasaidia wale mabeberu, the imperialist agent huko ng'ambo. So tukitengeneza mapambano ya silaha, watasema hawa wanajiita British ndio atasaidia to save Ruto from the wrath. Ya pili hata si ya Batuk. Tukiongea mambo ya military bases, now we have 3 illegal military bases and the third one is coming. Tumejua ya kwamba America, United States has robbed an entire archipelago in Lamu, Mother Islands. Tuko pale, our country is being occupied by the United States. They have taken an entire garrison huko Garissa. Jambazi hao. Macron akakuja hapa. Wakaenda wakasign another military occupation agreement kuleta majambazi wa Ufaransa hapa. Wale wamefukuzwa huko West Africa. There is no friend of the Kenyan people that comes to establish a military base in your country without even paying 1 cent for an inch of your land. This land for Nanyuki people was taken for free. Hapa Nanyuki, we have the biggest problem of landlords. The big landlords are white farmers who continue to steal land, and not just steal land in the name of protecting wanyama. Kwani maisha ya wanyama ni wazuri kuliko maisha ya binadamu hapa Nanyuki? Ndi hata Wamasai mnakulanga nyama mnakulanga nyama ya nini? Ya game meat. Hamkulangi. Hata mnafaa kukaa ndio mna guide hiyo mambo ya Nanyuki huko ndani. Lakini now a foreign person coming to say that they can run a conservancy here in the name of protecting wild animals against their own people. So in terms of sovereignty, the Communist Party Marxist of Kenya takes the clear that the primary enemy of the world is United States imperialism. Na subcontractor yake ni French na British. British is degenerating. Sahi British haina power. Actually the British politician is being controlled by the bigot in White House. So tukikaa hapa Nanyuki tunasema hakuna kitu tutapata bila mapambano. Maisha ni kupambana. Hata tukiona mketoka sisi huko Nairobi tunasikia uzuri sana. At least huko Nanyuki watu wamejitolea mstari ya mbele kupinga ukoloni mambo leo. Na leo nilikuja hapa mimi nakuja kuwapea moyo. Mtoke nje wote na mpinge ghasia iko hapa. Tuwatoe na mbio. Mwizi itolewi na mayowe tu.
Kwani what is happening? What is Ruto trying to show our military people here in Kenya? If you can allow military from other country to operate here in Kenya, then what are you trying to do, Mr. President? Yani Ruto, that one is a red alert that Ruto, there is nothing that Ruto can reject from these white people so long as it's all about money. And you can't believe that Ruto is the person who reached out to Trump ili hizi vitu zikuja hapa Kenya. There is a clip of the video exposing on how Trump is saying that African presidents are the people who reached out to him. Where's Yamini? So on this video, I want to take your time and watch this video so clearly so that you can understand what is happening in this country of Kenya amid the Ebola crisis that have totally destroyed many things in this country of Kenya, especially in Laikipia, whereby 3 people were shot dead while trying to reject Ebola that Ruto have allowed to operate there. Thank you so much and may God bless you. Let us watch the video together, my great viewers. So that is what is happening right now in this country of Kenya. Hakuna Kenya Ruto anaweza reject. Hiyo ndio tuseme tu kweli. Ruto ata reject nini? If Ruto can allow Ebola quarantine center to be built here in Kenya, and you know, it is good to assist other country. It is good to support other country, but you need to know what you are supporting or assisting of. Because this is something that can cause death, unnecessarily death. This is something that can cause a lockdown. This is something that can make Kenyan to postpone general 2027 general election, which is true. Sasa hii maneno ya real Ruto can even sell this country of Kenya. Hiyo ndio naweza sema tu. If he can allow that dangerous disease to operate here in Kenya, then I don't think there is nothing that Ruto can reject. Because as we speak right now, UK military are now operating in Laikipia. Hey. Thank you so much, and may God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our video, comment on them, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Bye bye.